What's going on, guys? This is the Tough Guys podcast part 2 with me and Ryan.
Yes, sir. And if you're not tough, then don't watch this podcast. If you're really tough, even at the slightest, this is the podcast for you.
Yeah, freaking Tough Guys only. This is common knowledge. Yeah, we were actually, right before this, we were watching some American Muscle videos because we thought we would get a good laugh. And we
definitely did get a good laugh off of those.
Good.
Not even looking for it. We got a great laugh.
We didn't even try. We watched this 2011 Blackout Mustang 5.0 video, and it was just the funniest thing ever.
I'll try to link the video in the description, but why don't we pull it up one more time?
All right. Yeah, sure. I got it real quick.
Just don't do the sound. I don't know how that works for the YouTube, but
it was
Project Blackout.
Yeah, we got to do stage 1. I mean, this car's driving insanely fast behind this man. It was honestly worrisome. I thought he was going to get hit. What's this guy's name? Mike Cack? Dave Cack.
Yeah, so the whole point of the video is to show, obviously show off their products and bolting them onto this new 5.0 2012 Mustang GT and showing, them going to the track and their trap speed and their quarter-mile time, but the whole process is just hilarious. The whole video is funny.
It's freaking funny, yeah.
You got the head Bama Performance tuner in the background, not saying a word.
Not saying a word, like staring right at the computer.
Going away at all the Bama tunes.
Looks like he's playing RuneScape or something in the background. But these are the mods that they threw on this car for to get the absolutely Was this the insane run, or was it the following video?
This was the insane run.
Was this the insane run?
This was insane. So a stock, they
No. It was the next one. Look, it was the next video. Okay, so in this video they'd put a JLT oil separator, the JLT Performance carbon fiber cold air intake,
which does nothing.
Yeah, that doesn't do much.
It's just appearance.
And then obviously a custom tune and a black retro billet grill, and then a
so the only performance really is the cold air intake, and then you could say the tune, the oil separator, and the tune.
Do you think oil separator give performance to it?
It's just well for maintenance.
Okay, all right.
Keeps the sludge out.
I guess, yeah. So we're gonna go right to the freaking times, the track times.
Track times. We'll go ahead and link the part in the video.
So this guy, this is 5 minutes 50 seconds in the video. This guy runs a 13.29 at 110 miles per hour.
It's
actually
completely stock.
Just about completely stock, yeah.
Which that's pretty.
That sounds about right.
Sounds about right.
Sounds about right. Usually, on average, with a good driver and obviously traction, they can get 12.9 maybe.
Yeah, I would say 12.9, 12.8.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the best I got with traction on my 392, just about stock with only a tune and intake.
Just keep this in mind, okay? Me running a Cobra Jet long tube. Pretty much full bolt-on 5.0 2014 with the Bama tune, not the Lund tune, was getting a 12.5. Just keep that in mind, okay?
Yeah, not a bad. I mean, with what he's got, that's pretty embarrassing.
For being a Bama
not
tune,
to call you embarrassing.
No, it was embarrassing. Yeah, the Bama tune was an absolute joke for the. If you're going anywhere, it's a full bolt-on. Yeah, you want to go with somebody with a little bit more credentials.
A little more nuts, talking about Lund tuning. Lund
tuning.
But
best tuners.
13, yeah, they are the best tuners. We love you, Alex. 13.29 at 110 miles per hour. That's the trap speed. Okay, that sounds about right for Coyote. I mean, what you said they were in Pennsylvania, right?
Pennsylvania, I think. I'm assuming, they're taking the car from the shop, so I believe their shop is originated in somewhere in Pennsylvania.
Probably Pennsylvania, whatever. One of those 13 colonies. Pennsylvania's 13 colony, right?
So the 13.2 is a time without the intake, correct?
No, this is with the intake and the tune.
Wow, okay.
This is at the end. So with intake and tune, 13.29. Honestly, in an area, you'll get you sure. Oh, wait.
No.
Whoa.
I was just about to say.
Okay. So 13. Okay, we're assuming 13.29 is the base run.
This is what threw us off here.
Okay, so this is insane. Okay, this is where. Okay,
just the intake and oil separator
and tune
and a tune, Bama tune. This guy's running a 12.45
with 115 mile per hour trap speed. Okay, I mean I don't. What are you running at trap speed with your full bolt-on
At the moment.
5.0.
At the moment?
Yeah.
Well, I don't have any official numbers, but I'm assuming it's going to be somewhere
122 or something like that.
Trapping?
Yeah.
It's going to be 125.
Okay, 125.
125.
Right.
I'm assuming, and I haven't been yet. But
We'll give it between 120, 125. Okay. These guys are claiming that the freaking cold air intake, tune, and oil separator got them a 12.45, 150 mile an hour trap speed. By the way, on stock 235 Pirelli P0 tires.
yeah.
I just don't believe it. I'm so sorry. I literally just got some Pirelli P0 tires off of my car and threw some Nittos on. Like, not even like 2 weeks ago, right?
I mean, yeah, this has to be legit, though. I mean, they're actually at a drag strip doing this.
I don't know how they're doing this. That's it.
But the only thing I can think of is the area that they're in. That's the only thing I can think of.
The DA, maybe, but like...
Because here in Texas, we have...
Maybe it's this freaking Alamo... Is it Alamo Motorplex?
Alamo Motorplex is our local track at the moment.
Local track, Alamo Motorplex. We're coming from freaking... Should I say where we're coming from? Anyways, no, we're coming from 45 minutes away from this place. We'll drive all the way out to freaking middle of nowhere. And we run at this track, and literally, there is hardly any traction at this thing. Ever. Like, what were you running? Well, all throughout running your Coyote.
The last time I ran, I was running a 2004 Mach 1. And we had some Mickey Thompson ET Street R's. So those tires are no joke. Those tires will hook. Those
full-on drag radial, yeah.
Probably one of the best drag radials you can get, the 315. And, it's not a high horsepower car either. It's only pushing around 400 horsepower. So I would go over there, and even at the best traction I can get, I wasn't hooking. I would never hook. Never hook at that track.
You want to tell the bolt-ons that you got in the Mach 1?
The Mach 1 is pretty much full bolt-on. It's got 16,000 miles. 2004, 16,000 miles on it. Stage 3, no, I'm sorry. They're 106/400 comp cams, long tube headers, one-piece drive shaft, full exhaust. Pretty much anything you can do to the car, yeah, we've done it.
Was that E85 at the time too?
No, we're not. We're doing the E85, in a couple of weeks.
Couple weeks, all right.
But yeah, I could never hook at this track, and even going down the track, I felt a little scared because the car would feel like it was going to spin out and I was going to hit a wall. So maybe they've upped their game with the track prep, but yeah, I was kind of afraid to even take my car down there.
Yeah, for sure, because your car's well over making almost 100 or more horsepower than that car. But like, what were you running?
I wouldn't even be able to tell you because I could never even get a solid run in.
What was the best run you got?
The best run I got was like a 13.
Mach 1. A 13 flat with the full bolt-on Mach 1, honestly pushing, I want to say around 380, 390 horse rear wheel. Yes. But somewhere around there. Yeah, something insane. And by the way, we do have the driver mod here. Ryan is actually a really, really good driver. Talking like really, really good driver. He's got, this is not like a driver problem. This is like, literally this track is just not well prepped. And what are you paying, like $30 to get in the track?
$25.
$25 to get in the track. I remember 4 years ago, it was like $15, get in there and you get what you pay for. But like paying almost $30 for this track and your freaking car can't even hook.
Well, what I'm thinking, because now they're doing the no prep over there to accommodate for the no prep racers, because it's a pretty popular style of dragging now. They're doing the no prep, so they're literally scraping up all the tar, no glue, no nothing, pretty much just bare asphalt, and then the next week accommodating for test and tune drag racers, having to reapply the glue. So I'm just assuming that there's not enough hold, not enough stick, not enough for us to be able to get a good solid run in, And it's hard to say because you do have the guys going out there and they are getting good numbers. They are hooking. But
who do you think who's getting good numbers? Because I can't remember. Actually, there was that one time, 4 years ago.
I can tell you this: the GTR, all-wheel drive GTR, with launch control, was getting off the line. But
what was it running?
It was running like a 10. I think it was like somewhere in the 10s.
Somewhere in the 10s.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, like, I never really paid attention to, like, those. I mean, I've seen GT500s run there, and they were running, like, what, 11.1,
yeah,
11.2?
I saw a GT350, and not putting as much horsepower as the, 2014, 13 GT500. I saw that guy come out. He might not be the best driver, but, yeah, he's not putting anything down, man. He was not
He's running, like, 14s or what?
Oh, yeah, 14s.
Horrible.
Brand new GT350.
Yeah, horrible. I mean, I don't know what's up, but, like, this video is just laughable.
Getting back to the video, that's insane. He must have a unicorn car, 12.4.
Yeah, this must be the best freaking 2012 5.0 ever freaking made because, like, 12.45, 115 mile per hour trap speed with like what, an intake?
Just intake, bro.
Yeah, just about intake and tune. Just about, yeah. Intake and tune. That's insane. So we're going to get on to this next video, stage 2, with this guy named Mike Cack.
It's not his name. We're not exaggerating, by the way.
We're not exaggerating. His name is Mike Cack. Okay?
Pronunciation might be a little off, but that's the way it looks.
I'm like 90% sure it's Cack. All right.
No hate to American Muscle because I do buy like 90% of my parts from them. So
yeah, I mean they definitely have good parts, but I feel like the performance is actually a little bit embellished. Like they kind of like overdo it a little bit on like what you're actually getting. You know, I bet you they add like 1 horsepower for adding the grill on there.
Oh yeah,
I don't know, or like
keep that in mind.
But the funny part though is when we saw them put the sticker on there.
Oh yeah,
they do the sticker on the freaking windshield, and I was like, oh god.
That's when you know
these guys
about to go down.
All right, so this is the stage 2 of the other video. Okay, so we have
they're continuing on with the cold intake and the oil separator with a 93 octane Bama Performance custom tune.
Yep. And so this is stage 1 dyno. They're putting, get this one. This is hilarious too. This must be incredible freaking DA because they're putting down with these 3 mods, the oil separator, the intake, and the tune. I feel like I've said that like 100 times now. They're putting down 398 horsepower and 389 torque. I don't think I've ever seen that much torque for those mods. You know what I mean?
I haven't done enough research, to be honest with you.
Nah, dude. I've seen a lot of videos, and I don't even see a lot of Coyotes breaking 430 torque on Gen 1 motors. I just don't see it.
Yeah, let's keep that in mind. This is a 2012.
This is a 2012. This is a Gen 1 motor, and these guys are 11 pound-feet of torque away from breaking 400 pound-feet of torque. Like, Coyote motor, the Coyote motor is, like, incredible. Like, the design is awesome. But, like, these motors are just not as good in regards to torque in comparison to, like, the Hemis and the overhead valve builds, that GM and Mopar put out. But 389 torque, like that's insane. Like I don't understand. Like I need to know what they're doing at this freaking place. Like
I'm just gonna go ahead and pull up a reference here. It's pulling up a dyno video, some random video on YouTube, just trying to get some.
What is this, a full bolt?
Some comparison, yeah. I'm gonna see. 87 octane, 373 gears.
87 octane?
2 runs are bone stock.
I don't know. Put a different video. I don't think 87 octane is a good representation of actual.
Hey, let's just see what they make though, huh?
All right, because they're probably only gonna put like 350 torque down.
So these numbers are super low.
Yeah, I don't know.
But just to give you an idea,
how about do a YOLO video. Do a YOLO video with when he did that full bolt-on E85. Like Cobra Jet build, that 2012. Do that one.
Oh yeah, that's recent. Yeah. Let me put that one on.
Put that one on because I don't even think that car broke over 420 pound-feet of torque.
Oh, it had to. It had to.
I don't think so. I just maybe 420. I don't even know. At 420, it's 422 right now. It's a good day.
So go ahead and I guess run them through with the stage 2 mods.
Yeah, we'll run through the stage 2 mods when it gets the video pulled up to figure out the torque numbers. Anyway, how about this? Right now, this 12 GT is running 398 horsepower, 389 torque. The torque is insane. I still can't get over that. Moving on. So these stage 2 mods, let's see. So essentially stage 2 mods are just exhaust stuff. Okay? Nothing too big. I think the only thing that you're going to get from exhaust is like your X pipe. You're going to get a good amount of horsepower there. And then maybe the coils. I don't even know much about coils and how much power they'd give you. How much power does the coils give you?
Surprisingly for this car, coils.
They do something?
They do something.
I didn't think that they would do a lot, but maybe they do something. Okay, so I guess the main things that we want to pay attention to here are the X pipe and the coils. Okay, this car, and then they obviously threw a freaking Hurst shifter in there. Fine. If you got the driver mod, that's cool, but the shifter ain't gonna add any horsepower to the car. So with these exhaust modifications and everything, somehow the car went to 407 horsepower. Okay, maybe that sounds about reasonable with the exhaust. Maybe I would honestly drop it about 7 horsepower, 400 braking. But get this, they're putting almost 400 pound-feet of torque. And this is like, you haven't touched the manifold yet, you haven't touched camshafts yet. I mean, you haven't even touched throttle body, stuff like that. And they're putting down 400 pound-feet of torque, so keep that in mind. Now let's jump to the track run. What they ran at the track, the quarter mile.
All right, so
what do we got?
Just to interrupt you real quick, I got the video from Alejandro Flores. Max power for that Cobra Jet cammed E85. Power 488, max torque 391.
Yeah, so you see what I mean?
And I was kind of doubting you for a second, but yeah,
I never see these cars like break over. I don't think I've ever seen a Gen 1 Coyote break over 420 pound-feet of torque. I've never seen it. They're even struggling to get 400 pound-feet of torque on 18s on dyno runs.
So I think we all know American Muscle kind of overdoes it.
They're embellishing hard, man.
Numbers.
But so get this, with all those mods that I just mentioned earlier, including the previous ones, this is intake, tune, X-pipe, and just basic exhaust stuff, right? Somehow, they ran the quarter mile in 12.3 seconds and 116 miles per hour ET.
Yeah, that's insane.
That's insane. That's literally, like, ridiculous. I don't know if I trust these guys, to be honest. I don't know, because...
Less than, what, $500 worth of mods?
I don't know. No. I think the tuner and the intake are probably well over $700, yeah. And then, like, the rest, X-pipe, probably $300.
Let's just say this. You go on Craigslist, you find a $200 tuner, you know.
Like me, yeah.
Yeah. And, you find some... Everybody has pipes exhaust on eBay. Oh, no, I'm sorry, not eBay. On Craigslist, you know. Let's just say a little bit under $1,000, and you're going to run...
Apparently a little under $1,000 in American Muscle world, you're going to freaking run 12.3, 160 miles per hour.
You're going to run fast.
I just don't... You see what I'm talking about, though? I just don't believe this. Like, literally, like, me and Ryan always, like, we don't even listen to anybody else but Alex Flores. Maybe we're just a little bit biased, but he actually, like, provides true, real content that is just, like, he's not BSing. He's trying to show what he's doing.
He's getting paid by Lund Racing, so obviously he's going to promote his company, but he does his own testing on his S550, showing he did a intake video. So many people were hitting him up about which intake is the best, which obviously Cobra Jet is the best.
Cobra Jet manifold?
That's enough said.
Yeah, absolutely. Cobra Jet's the best.
There's no debate.
Yeah, without a doubt. Consistently.
Honestly, at this point, it's a fact. Okay. But he tested it for everybody, put out the numbers, and...
He ran every manifold? He ran stock, Gen 1 manifold, 18 manifold?
I'm not sure if he... Yeah, he's testing them all. I think he's about to test...
Did you do the 302 or the...
auto bodies.
He did the 302 manifold, too. He did the 350 manifold. He did the Cobra Jet. And then he did the 18 manifold, right? Yeah, and so, like, consistently, I think the 18 manifold was a surpriser, but the Cobra Jet was just absolutely, like, the dominant one, consistently, which everyone already kind of knew. Like, you're just being cheap if you don't want to get the Cobra Jet. Sorry to say that. But, I mean, back to the video, though. 12.3, 160 miles per hour with these basic freaking mods is just insane. Like, it's ridiculous. Okay, and then the following, I guess, the Stage 3 video, whenever they talk about, like, oh... Well, they did Stage 4.
You're joking. Well, see, the Stage 4 is the one we haven't seen yet.
We haven't seen Stage 4 yet.
Should we just go straight to the Stage 4?
Let's talk about Stage 3 real quick, because they did do some basic mods. Some basic stuff.
Got a better time, too.
They did do it. Yeah, better time Stage 3. So all they did really in Stage 3 was suspension stuff and then changing out the gears. They went from...
Gears and a one-piece drive shaft.
Yeah. I just want to think that... What do you think they were running on previously? 373 or 331?
Oh, it's a 331.
331?
Whatever the car comes with stock, I'm sure they didn't.
If it was premium, no, it was 373, right? And if it was base, it was 331?
You'd have to look that up. I'm not sure.
Not too familiar. By the way, they went to 410 gears, and then they went full freaking suspension, like talking lower control arms, panhard rod, upper control arm, limited slip differential, and the drive shaft, obviously. And so then they were capable of running, obviously, like with the gears, you're going to drop an ET, so you went 113 miles per hour. And the quarter mile was 12.1, so they almost broke into the 11s with these mods. Like, the suspension makes sense to drop the time.
Yeah, suspension makes the most sense to me.
Yeah, for dropping time, just because you have to lay down the power. But, like, I just don't see how they're... Like, I didn't realize it until we're talking about it now. I don't know how they made that much torque.
How much torque are they making right now with the Stage
I think it was just 400. I don't think they even dynoed at this video. It was just the same 400 that they made last. Yeah, they didn't even touch the dyno this video. Oh, wait, maybe. Somehow suspension upgrades add freaking horsepower. No. Yeah, they didn't even touch the...
They didn't even touch it? Okay.
They didn't even touch the dyno, this video. Yeah. So, somehow, still making...
They're not adding any power adders, so yeah, why
exactly.
would they add...
Yeah, so somehow they're still... I guess they're making just about 400 horsepower. 400 pound-feet of torque. Literally, I can't get over that. This is insane.
I want to get to the stage 4, Project Blackout. This is what I want to see.
We're probably going to laugh because...
We're probably going to get a bunch of negative comments. If anybody watches this stuff,
We're gonna get a lot of hate. Justin's gonna give us a call.
They literally showed you that it ran this time, and they literally showed you it on the dyno.
I don't.
The track times, obviously, the track times are real.
How about this? Let's have a little story.
Well, track times are obviously real.
Track times fine. I don't get how
I don't believe the dyno numbers.
Okay, but dude, they're getting a 12-1 on the 235 tires.
Yeah, that's a little sketchy.
That's sketchy. I don't understand. Like, maybe somehow they were capable of doing it, but we'll talk. We'll get away from track times. I can't debate that. I can debate the dyno though. Remember my experience when I had my 392 and I dynoed it? I had full exhaust, custom exhaust. I had full tune and intake. Right, just basic. Obviously, 392s don't take well to aftermarket mods. I go to the same exact dyno that a buddy of mine who had a full built 5.7 RT Challenger, and he consistently laid down about 430 rear wheel horsepower on this dyno jet. Right. So then we go out to the same dyno jet at RM Motorsports. They're closed down, and I can see why, because they're full of crap. But is that bad to say?
I don't know. I mean, they're out of business. So.
I guess they're out of business, yeah. So we go over there, and we're like, all right, man, let's dyno my 392. So then I throw it up on there. This is Challenger, by the way. Like I said, intake, tune, exhaust, whatever, just basic stuff. And I was putting down 392 rear wheel horsepower on the same exact dyno that my buddy was putting down 430.
How much horsepower does that car come with stock?
470. Yeah. So, like, I guess technically maybe I don't even know, but even with 15% drivetrain loss on the automatic, like,
yeah.
I mean, I didn't see it because, like, consistently other 392s are making about 430, 440 to the rear wheel, which is fine.
You said 470, correct, or 480?
470. Yeah, 470 stock. It's a 14.
So,
but I do have a friend. I had a friend at the time who suggested me to go to this place to get a dyno, who had a RT, full bolt-on cam, everything. Was consistently putting down 430 horsepower to the rear wheels. I was like, okay, fine. Maybe they tested in the wrong gear. Like, I was putting 392, 430. After I got that 392 number, I was kind of pissed off. I was like, there's just no way that my car is, like, putting down this much power and this slow. So then I was like, okay, let me go race my buddy who has a RT Challenger. Went down to Mexico, hit him up. And we did about, I want to say 8 or 9 runs. 8 or 9 runs, like, on a pretty clear road, 40 rolls consistently and stuff like that. And I'm talking, I was gap-tizing that guy. Like, I was putting 3 or 4 cars, eventually trains on him consistently. So that kind of, like, destroyed my faith in, like, dyno jets or just, like, dynos that are putting out high numbers like that because, honestly, they don't matter. I don't even know, like...
Well, I'm sorry, I don't mean to interrupt, but are you
good.
Are you getting to the point where they dynoed it in the wrong gear?
Maybe, I don't know if they did because they didn't. I asked them, I was like, did you dyno it in the one-to-one? And they were like, yeah, we think we did. Yeah, oh, you think you did?
That's one of the important things to say because, yeah.
I mean, I don't know, but
to think you did,
Yeah, I don't know. They definitely weren't running a professional business there.
And you know what's crazy? I remember this too. I was looking at quotes for comp cams or for a cam installation from shops for the 3-valve I had. And I messaged them for a quote, and they turned around and told me it would be cheaper for me to install a supercharger than to install cams. And I was like, I don't understand. The supercharger is $6,000. How can it be more expensive than doing a cam install? They're like, well, the labor and the cams you're going to get, it's going to cost you like around $5,000. It's like $5,000.
$5,000 for cams
to install the cams. I was like, I can understand, on those cams, all you need is a wedge. You don't even need to take the timing chain off. You just need a wedge. They're a drop-in cam. So it's a really easy install. But they were telling me to take the whole engine apart. And I was like, you know what? I'm just going to go find another shop. Found somebody who was a little bit more experienced with that.
$600, right?
Not 600. The 600, they did it for me around $1,000.
$1,000, okay, yeah. But yeah, five times the amount of that. It's complete BS. Anyways, like I said,
I could be wrong about that number, but like I said, man,
it's insane. It was a weird establishment they were running over there. Definitely odd. And I paid $50 for that dyno.
I think they specialize. They specialize in, I think trucks.
I don't know, man. Don't call it a motorsports place.
I think they were simply a bolt-on.
I don't even know, man.
Bolt-on shop.
I would say don't call it a motorsports place if you're going to be talking about putting out only suspension.
Yeah.
Or stuff like that. That does nothing for Power Rider. But anyways, yeah, I was just gapping this dude who was putting down like 430 to the rear wheel on the same exact dyno. Give it a different day, but also like it was only a few weeks difference, But I don't think a different DA would make me drop an over 40 or 50 rear wheel horsepower. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't believe so.
And I'm talking, I destroyed that guy. I mean, there's definitely have videos online about it.
And we can talk about this because we are the Tough Guys podcast.
And we're tough.
We don't care what anybody says. We're going to be tough,
We're
okay?
super
We don't
tough.
care what you say.
We go down to Mexico all the time and get a bunch of talks. They don't have Las Palapas in Mexico. No way.
Oh, no way.
Talks from Palaps.
No way. They would beat Las Palapas down. Okay, $2 for bean cheese? I don't think so.
Yeah.
They give you bean and cheese for free down there.
But anyway, like the point of that whole story is that like back to this American Muscle video, I just don't believe that they are making over 400 pound-feet of torque on
I guess
a
what
Gen
we're
1
trying to
Coyote.
say is this is scary for people who actually are interested and want to buy these parts for their car.
Yeah, and
I think they're getting tricked out of tricked into buying what American Muscle says rather than the product they actually need or the better quality of product.
I mean, like
And I think that's wrong.
I think American Muscle, the website, is on this YouTube channel in general, just setting higher expectations than, or what need to be said. I mean, I just find these numbers to be like absolutely asinine, just incredibly strange, just incredibly strange. But
I think everybody knows it. They're just too afraid to say anything, or they joke about it. But if somebody calls them out, oh, it's the end of the world.
do they freak out when they get called out? I've never seen anything about that. I know a lot of people do ridicule Bama tuning, but I mean, I've never seen.
Don't
a
even
response.
get started on Bama tuning. Oh man.
I know personally, but anyways, we're going to stage 4, whatever this is.
And we haven't seen this video.
We have not seen this video yet, so we're gonna be. This is gonna be
from previous stage 3. They ran a 12-1.
12-1 at once. What was it?
113?
113. Obviously, the time dropped. Pretty sure because of the gears.
410 gears.
So, okay, now they're claiming in the description for stage 4 of our 2012 Ford Mustang GT project car, Project Blackout, we really wanted to crank it up, so to speak. All right.
So,
what do you think they're going to put on this car?
I just saw what they're adding, but that's insane.
Wait, what are
this
they
is
adding?
where they really. This is where they really get down right here.
Oh, Jesus Christ. What are they? Oh, okay. I see what they're adding.
So now here's the parts people usually get. So we have a Boss 302 intake manifold, which is great for boost. And as I say that, they have installed a 67mm single turbo kit on low boost.
A turbo? Oh, God.
Helion kit.
Okay. I didn't even notice that right there. Okay, 302 intake. Okay, yeah, good for boost, obviously.
Yeah.
We can agree, though. Cobra Jet intake, better for NA, right?
Oh, yeah.
And then 302, better for boost.
Yes.
Right? For sure. Like, consistently?
Correct, yes.
All right. So, we're going to get down to this. What the hell?
Geez. See,
I don't even know what this is.
This is why I don't have enough knowledge on these turbo kits, man.
Yeah, I don't really know much about turbo kits either. I'm not very good at boost.
With turbo, you can really make any amount of power you want. As long as you're not going to...
Oh, we got Justin back, too.
Oh, Justin's back with this one. Hey, Justin only comes out for these high horsepower cars.
Is that true?
That's what it looks like.
I think he was in that GT500 shootout, right?
See, whenever things start to get real in American Muscle, this is where Justin comes out.
You know what I like about this? They're like, let's get it started. And somehow the bumper is already ready to go.
I doubt that bumper is that easy to take off.
Yeah, there's just no way.
And if you want to look at home, this is around 1 minute and 1 minute 52 seconds into the video.
152 is pretty funny, yeah. Okay, so they threw a Helion turbo kit. Single turbo, right?
Single turbo.
Yeah, single turbo. And they have the 302 intake and then obviously all previous mods. So they have
got the Ford Racing throttle body on there also.
Oh, really? Is that the... That's not the monoblade, right?
No.
That's the twin?
Yeah, no, this is just the... it's not the Cobra Jet. The Boss 302 keeps the 90mm, I believe.
Oh, really?
It doesn't upgrade to...
What is yours at?
Mine is a twin 65mm. It's
65?
the bigger one just to accommodate for the Cobra Jet manifold.
All right. So, like I said, this car is boosted now.
So they can claim any numbers they want now.
Essentially, yeah, because we don't know much about it. I mean, like, I wouldn't doubt the numbers they're putting. Okay.
That's insane.
Okay, I don't know. I don't doubt the numbers now, but 568 torque? Please research me right now. Go ahead and look up any other 5-liter that's putting
That's what I'm saying. I don't know.
Look up right now. Look up.
Knows?
I don't even think I've seen freaking 700 horsepower cars breaking like 7 horsepower 5.0s breaking like 550. Like max, 7 rear wheel.
Max power we got 654 horsepower.
And then the torque was 568. Okay, the horsepower is fine, but the torque, It's blowing my mind right now. It's literally. I don't get it. I just don't get it. It's incredible. I don't know. What kind of air is over there in Pennsylvania? Is it? I'm gonna make sure it's Pennsylvania.
So this guy made 655
torque,
real wheel horsepower.
Okay.
On a 93 octane tune. Let me go ahead and get the numbers for you. He's making 615 torque.
615 torque. Okay, maybe I'm full of.
Let me check the dyno for you.
Full of crap on that one, but these motors are not good for torque. I'm sorry. It's not ugly to say because it's the truth. Sorry. But let's see. American Muscle is located in Malvern, Pennsylvania. Yeah, so you're right, Ryan.
And this guy is running on not a Mustang dyno, which is the preferred dyno for anybody who wants to get real numbers.
Makes sense. Yep.
And y'all can debate me on this if you want, but I'm ready.
No, that's the truth. Yeah, I think a lot of Hellcat people go out on Mustang dynos to.
The dyno jets, any other type of dyno, unless you're accounting for load, like the Mustang dyno, which other dynos do account for load. The Mustang dyno is more accurate. The dyno jet, those are the show numbers. Those are the numbers you want to show all your friends.
Yeah, it's just a show off. It's just for crowd type of thing, But anyways, this car put down 654 horsepower, 568 torque. But then again, honestly, I don't know. Do you know if there's a difference between supercharger torque and turbo torque? Because I do know for example, a friend of ours, Kirk, he's an EcoBoost. He's probably putting down around 340 pound-feet of torque or something like that. Yeah. And he's obviously on a 4-cylinder turbo. So I don't know for sure whether turbos put out more torque, but it seems like it. What do you think, Ryan?
I wouldn't be able to tell you on that, man.
Nothing about boost?
All I know is superchargers, instant power. Turbos, you got to spool them up, obviously.
Yep. Yeah, this makes sense. All right, that makes sense.
What do you got here?
It looks like, in general, yeah, I guess turbo cars do make a lot more torque than actual horsepower. Oh, wait, hold on.
Mixed opinions,
I don't know. Honestly, I'm not. I don't want to be the guy to speak on this because I don't know too much about turbos.
All I know is what it looks like is Justin's coming out whenever things start to get more legit. That's what it looks like right now.
Yeah, I guess when you put big nuts horsepower down like this, especially big nuts torque, I don't even know if Hellcats are putting down that much torque. I just don't know.
I'll look that up for you right now.
Please, be my Jamie. Be my Jamie right now.
Because Jamie.
I've been right about this before. I was just like that freaking Cobra Jet on Alex's, right? 381 torque, right? See, that's about right. I just don't see them go above 400 pound-feet of torque NA, at least. But I guess boost changes it all.
Okay, so the new top dog Hellcat makes 797 horsepower.
Yeah.
707 foot-pound of torque.
Okay, but that's the regular numbers. That's not rear wheel.
Correct.
It's crank.
So you looking at a dyno. Let me see if I can find that.
Yeah, let's check out the dyno. Anyways, while he's looking this stuff up, we're just going to keep going on the video. So this is 654 horsepower, 5... What was it? 5... Let's see. Damn, these numbers are crazy.
So the Hellcat ran 670 horsepower to the rear wheel. 618 foot-pounds of torque.
Okay, yeah, that sounds about right.
And the Dodge Demon is running 704 horsepower and 676 pounds of torque.
Okay. So 654 horsepower, 568 torque for the 12 GT with a Helion 68mm turbo. Was that what it is? 67mm single turbo, and then 302 intake. All right, let's see the quarter mile on this sucker.
Yeah, that's what we haven't gotten to yet.
Let's see this. Yeah.
Which wouldn't surprise me. Got off the line pretty good.
Yeah, looks like.
Are they still on stock tires?
No, absolutely not. No,
that would be hilarious.
Yeah, that would be ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Oh yeah, 11.7, 120. Okay,
no,
whoa.
11 flat, no?
It's 11. Oh, it's 11 flat. Yeah, 11.07 flat. A 100.
125.
Yeah, 125 ET.
Pretty nice.
So what you're telling me?
Really nice.
Is that your NA Cobra Jet trapping at like 120 to 125 can possibly hit an 11?
Oh, no doubt when I go back to the track, I'm going to hit an 11.
Yeah, for sure.
No
but 11 flat?
I don't know about an 11 flat. That's going to take some serious driving.
It's probably serious driving and DA, right?
Serious driving and hopefully get some luck because I don't think I'd be able to run an 11 flat. But 11s for sure.
Yeah, for sure. I don't doubt the 11s.
My goal is looking at mid 11s.
Mid 11s?
If I can run an 11.5.
Would you ever boost? Do you think?
Not with this car.
So this is a question
This car
for me.
is already pretty much done.
You want to keep it NA?
I want to keep it NA.
100%.
100%.
No boost ever.
No boost. And, you know, I was kind of turned off with nitrous.
Mm-hmm.
But because I think it is fake horsepower. But, you know, if you can add a little 50 shot, something that's not going to hurt the motor, I don't see anything wrong with that.
I've never been about nitrous in general.
It's just if you're about that life or not. I'm content with just strictly being NA.
Straight up, I'm not really about the nitrous. I call it PP power.
And why is that?
Because it's at the push of a button, man. That's it. It's just
It's kind of
not consistent. It's not showing the true power of the motor, like with what it's got. It's like taking steroids. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
It's like taking steroids. Like it's cool that you're benching 420, but are you really benching 420 compared to the guy who's eating all natural benching 420? Like it's just a different like standard.
And then once you take away the spray, it's like once you take away the roids,
exactly,
you're going back to what you were.
Yeah, the small levels.
You got a good point there. You got a really good point there. Yeah. I was going to compare it to a turbo. Just because you can kind of adjust the tune, kind of adjust the boost.
Yeah, I mean,
but still,
once you start going forced induction,
forced induction.
It's straight up all about how much boost you want to throw at the car until it chucks the rod at the bottom end, and then you're done. And then you got to go back to the drawing board and get a new engine. Just about.
Yeah.
I mean, like I'm all about boost, but I'm more so for the superchargers.
I'm all about boost when it comes to your engine being able to support it.
Exactly. Yeah, and that's why we were actually going to talk about Gen 2 Coyotes tonight. I don't know if you still want to talk about it.
It's up to you, man. Might be able to save it for another one, or we can kind of continue. I don't know how you kind of want to do this. You want to do 30 minutes?
You want to push 50?
We can push 50.
I think we can push 50.
Talking about Gen 2s?
Yeah, I think we can get into Gen 2s, but I think...
yeah, because we've been hating on American Muscle for
we've been hating on
minutes now.
37 minutes of American Muscle hate and just laughing.
But you know what? We can hate on American Muscle because we bought a lot of products from them. So
I think more so you. I haven't bought anything. Really. No, actually, that's a lie. I bought wheels from them.
Ever since I had my V6... bought parts.
How much money do you think you spent?
No, I'm not going to say that on that. I'm not going to say that right now. More so me and my father.
Yeah. And your brother.
And my brother. Well,
this is the Mustang family right here, this guy.
So, let's not get into that because if my mom's listening, which she probably will, she's not going to be too happy with me or my dad. So,
Mom, please.
Yeah. Let's steer away from that. But we can go ahead and talk about the Gen 2.
I mean, yeah, we can get into Gen 2. I just wanted to finish off on this.
Why the Gen 2? Okay, let's finish off this, and then I'll ask you the question I'm about.
Well, I wanted to ask you a question because I feel like you have more knowledge on this. Do you think that the Cobra Jet manifold would perform just as good as the Boss 302 manifold under boost? Because I feel like, what are you revving at right now?
That's a good question, and I want to say no, just because. That's what everybody else says, but I kind of don't like saying that because I don't like going off of what other people say unless it's been tested.
Yeah. I have not.
I just want to assume that the manifold itself is built. The quality is built better for boost. That's what I'm.
How about this? Is the Cobra Jet car? Because the manifold is from the Cobra Jet drag car, right?
I don't believe so.
Really?
I think the Cobra Jet drag car was supercharged.
Was it supercharged? It would make sense if it was under boost for sure because they run 8 seconds, 9 seconds, quarter mile, something insane.
That is a good question.
But I've always wondered what are you revving at right now? By the way, this is reminder. His 5.0, complete full bolt-on E85 Cobra Jet manifold. Everything you can think of under the sun, besides a blower.
Of course, yes.
What are you revving at right now? What are you shifting at?
Shifting if I can, if I'm really focused. Okay, I'm shifting at 8, but if I really want to get down, I'm trying to go to 8.2.
8.2, so you can get up to 8.2.
Yeah, 8,200 RPM.
Do you know what the numbers would be, like where you would shift at under a 302 manifold? I know we have a few friends with 302 manifolds, but I don't know where they...
And it's also an interesting question, because if you get oil pump gears, you might be able to shift a little higher with the 302, because I know it's safer. So the 302, I want to say you're going to rev out to 7,600.
Okay.
Maybe 78.
Okay.
Don't quote me on that, but I want to say safely 76. What's the stock red line for a
freaking 69? 68, 69, just about?
Yeah. I'm not sure, but I want to say 76.
Okay, so we can agree then that the Cobra Jet revs higher though, right?
Oh yeah.
Consistently?
No doubt. They say Cobra Jet oil pump gears, you're going to be able to rev out to 8 safely.
$8,000 safely?
Oh yeah.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. I just don't know. I don't think I've ever seen anything on a Cobra Jet with boost, putting down better numbers than the 302. I've always seen. It seems like anytime anyone puts boost on their 5.0s, it's always a 302. If it's not a 302, then it's obviously gonna be a stock Manny or like a root based supercharger. But if they're doing like a centrifugal supercharger, it's always gonna be the 302. I have not seen the Cobra Jet, so I can't really speak on it. I'd honestly, from my opinion, it seems like the Cobra Jet would actually be better than the 302. But I can't really put too much on that just because I like the Cobra Jet a lot. I've seen very good numbers on the Cobra Jet consistently from a lot of drag runs. So
yeah, it's not saying anything over here on American Muscle. I'm looking up the Boss 2. It's not really giving me anything.
Freaking Dave didn't tell you anything?
Dave and Justin, man, they didn't tell me anything.
What a bunch of clowns.
It's not saying anything about shift points, but I know if I go over here and look at the Cobra Jet, which is a newer version of the Cobra Jet now.
It's no better though. I don't think.
No,
I don't think it's no better.
I think it's just adjusted for the newer Mustangs, the 15 through 18.
Yeah. Just had to drop it.
Damn it! It is $1,000 now too.
Yeah, I know.
It's like
you got yours for like 800?
866, I believe. Yeah. So okay, Cobra Jet. I'm sorry, Cobra Jet runs at 7,750 RPMs with no torque loss.
No torque loss. Yeah, and the 302 does have torque loss.
302 does have torque loss, and I'm guessing you won't.
Actually,
be able
to a good amount. And actually, that's a good like segue into like what we're going to talk about the Gen 2. And actually, I don't even think we're going to talk about the Gen 2 too much. Mainly the 302.
And I also forgot an important component about revving to 8K. You also need a high RPM pulse ring.
You have that in your car?
I have that. Yeah.
Oh, you never told me about that.
It's a MMR.
Okay.
Only because Ford Racing makes one, but I heard a lot of bad reviews on that it's not made out of very good quality metal.
Really?
So that's why I went with the MMR. It's billet aluminum. So you need oil pump gears, high RPM pulse ring, and Cobra Jet manifold. You'll be able to shift at 8K all day.
Okay. All right. That makes sense. Definitely makes sense. So what I'm doing right now is I'm pulling up the numbers for a 13 Boss 302, 2012 302.
And is this why you wanted to look at the Gen 2?
Yeah, mainly the Gen 2. Yeah, because I feel like from what I've seen,
why not the Gen 3?
Well, I don't really know much. I don't think there's much info on the Gen 3 and like what it's doing.
They're still testing out.
I feel like they're testing a lot of things, and on top of that, I feel like the Gen 2 right now is the go-to motor for everybody. From what I've seen, is everyone's choosing the Gen 2.
It's really good on boost.
Incredible on boost. I think people are easily putting 750 rear wheel stock everything. No problems. Like people are consistently running 9s at the track with the Gen 2. Honestly, in my opinion, not a big fan of the Gen 2 body style. What do you think?
Like I said, the only thing I don't like is that it's an IRS car.
Yeah.
I mean,
the
body got heavier.
130 pounds heavier, yeah.
I mean, you want to say 130 pounds. It's not
But 130 pounds is a good trade-off for essentially a Boss motor in the car.
Yes, so I agree.
We can both agree, though, that the Gen 2 motor is way better than the Gen 1.
Yes.
For sure. Easily.
Oh, yes.
Absolutely easily. Yeah, so, I mean, I actually don't prefer the S550 just because I feel like from the back end, it looks like a Porsche, and from the front end, it just looks straight up European. American Muscle is really, really boxy, and I feel like...
And you're talking about the Gen 2 body style.
Yeah.
I think that they improved it with the Gen 3.
Yeah, I agree, 100%.
The Gen 2, when it came out, man, it did turn off a lot of people.
I think it
did not like it.
I looked away. I was like, thank God I have my Challenger right now because that thing is ugly. I just didn't like it. I'm sorry. People always say, dude, it looks so good. Like, I think it went from the classic Mustang crowd didn't like it, and like the newcomers into like the Mustang who really did like it.
Yeah,
I think it pulled in a lot of
That's another video or another podcast for another time. Is talking about the new crowd, especially here in San Antonio. The new crowd of car guys. So whenever, and we'll get back to the Gen 2, but whenever me and Ethan were coming up, you know, it was strictly, you know, putting power down. It wasn't about looks. Some people, yeah, the rice burners would come with their stuffed animals hanging off the side of their car.
Yeah,
but you go down and you want to race, and especially racing for money. Yeah, you better have some stuff under your hood.
That's
at
what
the
it was,
car
man.
meets. Car meets today here in San Antonio, it's more like a fashion show. It's like a cake decorating contest.
Remember that guy with the Marlboro crap all over his Mustang?
Go to, and it's such a shame to do that to the 5.0. It is such a shame.
Oh, man.
You have a good motor in the car making good power, and you're gonna decorate it, man.
Completely bag the car. Like,
I mean,
to the point, this guy probably can't even drive past 45 miles per hour without hearing a consistent scrape. Okay?
And I understand that's the stance life, that's the style, man. But
we're not hating on the style of like what people like.
On it. I just want the, and maybe it's because the police have been cracking down harder, but I just want to see the original car guys come back talking about horsepower, talking about engine, talking about actual car stuff, not talking about what sticker I'm going to put on my car next.
Yeah,
not
absolutely.
about what I'm going to wrap my car with. Which still, I like wraps. Wraps are cool. Just not whenever you wrap your car with a Marlboro.
Marlboro.
I don't even know.
Was he sponsored by them?
And
or something?
I thought the up and comers, the new kids, aren't supposed to like cigarettes. Thought they were all about the jewels.
That's a drop thing. Yeah.
They're all about the jewels.
Yeah, the jewels, the vaping crap.
Why not? See, I would understand if you put jewel on the side of your car, you know, but that's another story for another time. And I know I'll probably get a lot of flack for that, but I'm standing by my opinion.
Yeah, I agree with you though.
The Gen 2, the body style, we can both agree, wasn't that great.
I feel like that's an opinion thing. A lot of people like it. For us, we like the retro classic style.
Yeah, the motor did beef up a little bit, but they added more weight. So it's kind of a trade-off there.
I mean, but 130 pounds in comparison to an actual like just about Boss 302 motor under the hood is very nice. But like, I mean, in my opinion, man, as Alex says, we keep referring back to Alex. Or maybe it's just me. I feel like I just watched too much of him.
He's just a great guy in the Mustang, the 5.0 community.
Yeah, he's
a really good guy, knowledgeable man.
Probably the best tuner. He's definitely the best tuner.
One of the best tuners. He takes his job real seriously.
Yeah,
seriously. Now he does because he stops making YOLO videos.
Yeah, no more YOLO videos from
which
Alex.
is a shame, but he's got to do what he's got to do.
Yeah, I just feel like. When it comes to these cars, Alex has always said, like, Gen 1, keep it in A. So if you're going to get a Gen 1 car, you know, the 11 through 14 5-liter, you got to keep it in A. You know, the Cobra Jet build is exactly what Ryan did. You know, that's probably the best build you're going to get for the car. If you want to go boost, then stick to Gen 2, Gen 3. As far as I've seen, though, like we said earlier, like, a lot of people are, like, proving that Gen 2 motor is absolutely insane. We haven't even gotten into the Gen 3, like, Ford ticking problems, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like there's a big failure problem with that motor, and I don't think
all the YouTubers got their Gen 3 motors. They got their new car to show everybody.
Sure, yeah.
To broadcast, and they're like, pretty much everybody made a video. The car is ticking. Something's going on, and then they take it to Ford, and they're like, yes, this is a known problem, but there's nothing we can do at the moment.
I think the answer was if the car failed, which a lot of people did have the car fail at like 2,000 miles, they would replace the short block or something.
Which is insane. Yeah, they were replacing short blocks.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And they were saying the reason why they were replacing the block was because of piston slap.
Yeah.
So I don't... Like I said, I have no research on the Gen 3 motor in regards to like what's going on. But I do know that Gen 2 motor is insane. Absolutely crazy. It's probably the best V8 on the market right now, the Gen 2 motor.
If you want to go...
If you want to make 800
horsepower.
If you want to make 800 ponies to the rear wheels without touching the freaking motor.
We only say this because the Gen 3 is still... People are still driving it.
They're still trying to figure it out.
It's only been out for 3 years.
How about we talk about how the Gen 3 was making similar rear wheel horsepower to your car?
That's another thing. If you want to go NA on your Gen 3, I would strictly advise you not to.
Don't do it.
If you want to slap a Cobra Jet... If you want to make the most power you can, NA, of course, go Cobra Jet on your Gen 3. but it's not going to be worth it. You're going to spend $5,000 going full bolt-on.
$5K for you?
No, not.
No, I don't think so.
It's around. It's going to be pretty expensive if you want to go full bolt-on on your Gen 3, and you're only going to make 40 to 50 horsepower. Correct?
I think the most I saw for a Gen 3 full bolt-on E85 was about 5.
How much are those cars making to the wheel?
Stock? Shoot, I don't know, like 390 to 400, just about. I don't know.
I thought that's what the Gen 2s. Even this.
I have no idea. I think I want to say 390 to 400. All I know is for a fact, a full bolt-on Gen 3 Coyote is making about, with the 85 by the way, is making about between 505 to 510 to the rear wheels. So that's not much.
Pretty similar to the Gen 1s.
Yeah, it's very similar to the Gen 1s. So I feel like these Gen 3 motors are coming pretty maxed out from the factory. And so like if you want to actually get good, consistent like power for the money that you're throwing at the motor, you just want to go boost straight up, turbo or freaking supercharged. That's it. I feel like personally it's not worth it going NA for these motors, especially like if you want to go NA, just stick with the Gen 1. You know, put $17,000 to $19,000 down on a used Gen 1, you know, and just have fun with it. But if you want to go boost, just jump straight to the Gen 2, spend the 23 grand they are used, you know, or maybe a Gen 3 for like what, 30 grand, between 26 to 30 grand.
I saw an 18 the other day, $26,000.
26 grand, yeah.
18,
was it a 10 speed or a manual?
It was manual, 18,000 miles on it. So it was a base model, but if you wanted to get your hands on a Gen 3 18 for lower than what they're selling for, yeah, that's
the way to go.
That would have been the one.
That's the way to go. But yeah, people have always said people, maybe me and Ryan have always said, you want to go NA, get the Gen 1. You want to go boost, Gen 2, Gen 3. Probably more so Gen 2, just because the Gen 3 is freaking slapping those pistons hard against that block.
Slapping them hard.
Like, slapping cheeks right now. So, I don't know, man.
So right now, I'm going to go ahead and just look up the stock horsepower on a dyno for the 2018-2019.
I'm betting
just so I can get.
I'm betting 395 right now. Just bet 395.
So I can get a better idea because I keep saying 40 horsepower gain with full bolt-on, but for some reason I'm feeling that's not correct.
What do you mean 40 horsepower gain with full bolt-on?
With full bolt-ons, from a stock to finish, full bolt-ons, I was saying 40 horsepower, but
from the 460? Maybe
460. I just want to make sure.
What are we putting down? 390?
Putting down max power 426.
To the rear wheel?
To the rear wheel. Stock.
Okay, now jump to a full bolt-on. Wow, I was pretty wrong on that one. Maybe I just saw a crappy Gen 3 Coyote.
Let me get some more. I think that was just the first run.
First run? No. Probably good DA too. What are they in Pennsylvania? Is that American Muscle video?
They're from Pennsylvania. No, I'm just kidding.
Was it Marvin or Marvin or whatever? I don't know.
You talking about that guy Marvin?
Freaking what's that guy's Dave Cack?
Yeah. He's got to get a name change. Come on.
Yeah, don't name your child Dave Cack.
So 430. At the end of the day, 430 on a stock Gen 3. I want to say I didn't even check if it was a dyno jet or not. Since we're talking about Mustang and dyno jets, but
dyno jet, don't take those guys seriously. Just don't do it.
All right, so that was on a dyno jet.
Yeah.
See, it's hard to find quality. See,
well, that's
like
fine.
I said,
How about this? How about this?
Look up these YouTubers. They're always going to be on dyno jets.
Let's just talk serious business. Go ahead and put on a full bolt-on E85 18 NA. Go ahead and do it. You're not going to see past 510, I don't think. I think the most I've ever seen was 510 horsepower. And I don't even think I saw past 415 torque. I don't. I'm sorry.
All right, I got one right here for you.
Chief me, bro. Chief me. Show me the 50 states.
Cobra Jet setup, and it's important whenever you go full bolt-ons. You want to see what they're running. He's going Cobra Jet. He's not going Boss 302.
Yeah, 302, you're going to lose torque at the bottom end, for sure. You lose torque, actually, throughout the power band, right, for the 302?
I think it's just the lower.
Just lower, and it picks up at the top end?
I want to say that, yeah.
Not really too familiar. I was considering going 302 for my car, but, you know, Cobra Jet's always the way to go. For sure. Absolutely. Just because I'm not trying to freaking throw a rod.
So, how would you feel, though, if a 2014 full bolt-on E85 car was making 500 horsepower?
To the wheel.
And then the new 18 Gen 3 is making, let's just say 510.
I'd get the Gen 1 easily. Cheaper, man. 14, 15 grand cheaper than that car.
All right, so this guy is not showing us numbers.
Yeah, obviously. Yeah, a bunch of clowns on YouTube.
Okay. He made 506.
506
through the 10-speed auto.
Dude, that's fine. 10-speed auto is actually proven to be quicker than the 6-speed.
Cobrajet long tubes E85.
How about this? Take away the 10-speed auto, we'll give it another 5 horsepower. 511.
Go ahead.
512. 512 to the rear wheel.
So you're going to spend how much of those cars coming out? Gen 3s, like I said.
How about this? I dropped off my car today to the dealership for a starter problem. 40,000 miles on my 14 Coyote. Was checking out the 1819s today, right? And I said, hey, what's the cheapest, 2019?
These guys are trying to sell you more cars. Man.
Bunch of clowns, annoying as all hell. So I'd say, what's the cheapest 19 you got? He's like, oh yeah, we got a base right here, cloth seats, 6-speed manual, 40 grand.
Yeah.
You're going to spend $40,000 in a Gen 3 if you're going to go full NA, right? And you're only going to make 510 to the rear wheel. Compared to paying, 18 grand right now for a Gen 1?
Yeah, 18, 19 grand for the Gen 1.
Yeah.
And you want to add bolt-ons, you want to add aftermarket parts?
I guess even with the bolt-ons, you're still going to be well under $40,000. You're going to be, at the end of the day, car included with mods, 23 grand, 24 grand.
You could build a full-on drag car.
You could definitely get into the nines under $40,000 with a Gen 1. Definitely. And I'm talking like...
People have done it before, too.
Throw the rod through that damn motor, okay? Throw the rod through that damn motor, okay? Get a Gen 2 thrown in that, okay? You're still under $40,000, okay?
True.
Seriously, you can get that whole Gen 1 Coyote motor, throw it in the freaking garbage can, and then get a whole brand new Gen 2 and throw a supercharger on it, and still be like 37 grand.
Let's go to the extreme. Get yourself 05 to 09 Mustang, throw a Gen 2 in there.
Yeah, just do a freaking full Coyote swap. 05 to 09 is like, 10 grand right now?
It's ridiculous. You can get... I'm talking about a roller. You can get those things for $4,000.
Something insane. Get an 05, 09, 10 grand, throw another 10 at it, get a Gen 2 swapped right in that sucker, put another 7 grand in it.
This is the extreme.
700 rear wheel horsepower, easy, probably running about 10.5 at the track with some pretty bad traction.
Where
maybe.
did you get the 700 from? You talking about boosting it or what?
Boosting, yeah. Boosting with the supercharger, yeah.
Oh, you get great numbers.
Yeah, so, I mean,
and then it'd be about, what, around 40K?
What, for the entire build? I don't even know if it'd be around... It'd probably be around 30K, dude. 30,000 with a Gen 2 in the car already. Mm-hmm. Think about 10 grand car, 10 grand swap for the car, right? That's already 20K. 6 grand freaking boost, right? Any problems? That's already 30K, dude. You're still 10 grand under. I don't know, unless you want to be...
Yeah, what they're going to say is, oh, well, it's a drag car. It's not a daily.
I'll
tell you what, man. I daily my car.
I daily my car, too, but, I mean, you obviously have more...
They're going to say the 18, 19 is better to daily, and you still have the power. And the miles per gallon.
Yeah, if you want to get 18 or 19, just keep it stock, honestly, in my honest opinion. Just keep it stock or boost that sucker, and then get a freaking Ford Expedition. You get the Expedition or get a Toyota Prius? No, I'm joking.
Get the Prius.
I would never get the Prius.
The Prius shocking people in the drag.
Good.
Shocking people in the drag strip. Well, Teslas are insane.
Yeah, but...
Elon Musk, he's doing things right over there.
Yeah, he likes to play Overwatch too, so it's a pretty good game. But no, I feel like if you want to get that 18, 19 Coyote, cool. Like we said earlier, me and Ryan do actually prefer the front end for the 18, 19.
Oh yeah, I like the way it looks now.
It looks way better. Really it looks way better than 15 through 17.
Look really aggressive too. I gotta say.
They look the same.
No. They got that little curve in them.
No, they don't.
They do.
No, you're a troll, dude. I can't see that.
I do believe they updated the tail lights for the 18, 19.
Nah.
Oh yeah, pull up the
2018, 20. Oh, man. Oh, they do. You're absolutely right.
I was kind of confused because I was looking.
Wow, no, they do. No, they do. Yeah, 2018.
Like I said, they look a little more sharp.
I didn't notice that. Okay, they actually do. It still looks like a Porsche, though, so I'm not doing it.
But like I said, it's better than what the Camaro came out with.
That new Camaro? Actually, you know what? I'm not going to lie. I kind of like it.
You like the
front end and the back end.
You like the Chevy Malibu back end you got going on there?
Yeah, I do, actually. I mean, Chevy Malibu.
Have you seen it? Oh, man.
All right, well, that's going to be concluding part 2, episode 2 of our podcast.
Oh, yeah, we'll talk about the Camaros next time.
Talk about Camaros.
Should we even give them the time of day?
We should. Honestly, I kind of want to get into the Challengers. I have a lot to say about the Challengers.
We can get into the Challengers
just because, I do have experience with those, but we can get into both those next time. If people want us to talk about other things, just let us know. right?
If this catches traction, of course, let us know.
It catches traction like those American Muscle cars.
If
American
you can catch
Muscle
traction,
video,
like the American Muscle
Project
Blackout car on stock tires, please let us know what you want us to talk about.
I can't believe that. I just get 400.
We'll go ahead and link those videos down in the description. Like I said, if you're not tough, this is not the podcast for you. But if you're tough, even at the slightest, this is the podcast for you.
This is Tough Guys Podcast with Ethan and Ryan. I appreciate y'all listening. Take care.